What's up, traders? I hope I'm doing this this video. I was going to do a bit of a recording for you guys, but I thought I'd just do the live stream as I'm driving back from the gym. So I wanted to do this video for you because I want to talk about something real here, and I want to talk about something that is, that something that a lot of people go, something that we all go through in our lives, and and I want to talk about hard times in our life, and because I'm not here about talk about how the stock market and stuff like that, and obviously trading is another thing, right? But in life we have a lot of things that happens with us, and sometimes you look at life and and if I'm not looking at the camera, it's just because I'm just driving back home right now. And I wanted to do this recording for you because if you're going through a tough time right now, if you're going through a hard time right now, doesn't matter what it is, whether it's finances, whether it's your trading, whether it's something to do with family. Well, if you are going through a hard time right now, just I want to empathize with you and say, you know what, it really sucks that we have to go through those things in life. It really does. Whether it's anything in life. And by you I've just lost my train of thought. It really, really does suck, doesn't it? Sometimes when you go through these things in life, you think, and sometimes, and it's so interesting, isn't it? Like sometimes when you go through things, and it just piles on top of each other when you go through a hard time. It's sort of the good comes in one, and the bad comes in threes. And it's like, man, why is that? But I wanted to do this, as I said before, I wanted to do this session because, I want to empathize with you. If you're going through a hard time right now, firstly, it sucks. I understand, I went through cancer, and I went through a shared accommodation place, and I went through a divorce, and, and so many things that even happened to me just this week. It's just like, and that's the reason I'm doing this recording, because I empathize with you if you're going through a tough time right now. And if you're looking to get ahead in life, and if you are trying to get out of that rut, here are some things that I'm doing to myself right now, and I'm talking to you real right now. The very first thing that you must try to say to yourself, and even though it's tough, is that life is always happening for you and not to you. Life is always happening for you and not to you. And even though in the midst of all what can just seem like, come on, are you serious? Are you serious? This is happening to me right now. Even though you may be going through a really, really tough time in your life, it's so important. Steve Jobs says that we only connect the dots by looking back, because we can't connect it looking forward, can we? And it's something that I want you guys, if you are going through a bit of a tough time in your life right now, to try to go through that. And in anything that we go through, I have to remind myself, even to this day, when I go through tough times like I am right now, that life is happening for me. And this thing that's happening in my life right now, it sucks bad. It really, really sucks bad. But I know, and even though emotionally it's tough, right? Emotionally, you go through that. It's that emotional, that thing that happens emotionally. Even though I know that emotionally, logically, I have to say to myself every single day, man, my life is going to be amazing 6 months from now, 12 months from now, because of the lessons that I'm learning right now today. So whether it's with your trading, whether you're blowing up another trading account, whether it's whether it's, you know, you've gone through a bit of a family issue, whether you've gone through a bit of a, you know, maybe a health scare, you know, or maybe it's a relationship, or whatever it is for you in your life. In the midst of it, it seems like that the world's on top of you, right? It seems like that you can't get a break, because what happens is those things that come to you, they only come. It's like, for example, for me, my life, today, right? Today, I've had literally 3 things. I've had 3 things that have happened to me today that came one after another. Bam, 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 bam. Now I'm okay with it, you know, like I'm getting through it. That's one thing I love about the gym. It helps me get through. I just release it. But for you, if you're going through a tough time, if you're going through that hard time, if you're going through that, try to remember that the universe, God, the power, whatever you want to call it, it generally puts things in our life so we can learn lessons. And it's within those lessons that we learn that we can experience greater things in our life. And it sucks that life has to work out like that sometimes, because it's like we only really learn the lesson by going through pain. But once we learn that lesson, we get to experience a greater life because of that lesson. And that seems to be the cycle, right? No matter throughout your entire life. So I wanted to do this live stream for you guys. If you're going through a tough time, if you're going through a hard time right now, just don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. And keep looking at it as, what is it? What is the lesson that I need to learn in this? Because I'm telling you right now, guys, that something that happened to me just recently, the exact same almost situation happened to me 4 years ago. And I'm just like, wow, the universe is bringing this back up again in my life. The universe is bringing this back up again in my life. And it's really interesting that that's happening towards me. And through today, the last 24 hours, I've had to have a hard look at myself and say, why is this coming up again in my life? What am I allowing in my life? What am I doing in my life that's creating this repetitive pattern once again, 4 years later? Now, by the way, guys, it's nothing. It's not like I'm blowing myself out of the water and all that sort of stuff. I'm good, you know, I'm good. It's just something, you know, it's something that I'll get over within say a few days, maybe a week or 2. But yeah, you know, and when you're, you know, and when you're going through that, as I was saying before, when you're going through that, it's like, man, I want to get through this. I really, really want to get through this. And you feel like the world's on top of you, and you feel like things are not working out for you. You feel like just like, why is this happening towards me? But once again, that life, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, always puts things in our life because it's in the moments of that. It's, you know, you know, it's when you go through those hard times, you go through those tough times in life, we end up learning those lessons to have a greater life. And that's how we end up having a greater life. The people who don't end up having a greater life are those who just don't learn the lessons, because it all comes back down to just driving in here. It all comes back down to what am I trying to say here? Hey, 999. So yes, this is live, by the way, guys. I'm just driving back from my gym right now. I've just stopped in front of my place. That's why I've just stopped right now. But it all comes back down to that, doesn't it? And we never know where life's going to lead us. You know, like, I'll give you an example. When I went through a divorce, it was one of the most toughest times I've had to go through in my entire lifetime. It was really, really, really difficult. But it was through that I became more, and then my next relationship was more. I'm not driving right now, by the way. I'm stopped. You know, I experienced a much greater relationship and so on and so forth, right? It's because I lost so much money when early on in my trading career that I've learned the lessons of what not to do and so on and so forth. Every now and then I still screw up with my trading, but I've learned to, you know, link so much pain to taking shit trades and over trading and all that sort of stuff. You know, it's through that pain of going through that. But I have to remind myself, and as it goes, if you are going through a tough time right now, I have to remind myself that life is happening for me and life is happening for you. And in the moment, you might just think, oh God, why is this happening? Why? But just one thing that one thing that I'm doing right now as I speak is I'm trying to look back in time. Okay, and I'm talking to you not from just saying, well, my life is perfect and let me coach you. No, like I'm just like, no, something's happened in my life just recently, and then it had a cascading effect on three things, on a couple of things that happened afterwards. I'm like, man, that sucked. So I'm coming to you to tell you what I'm doing in my life. And I don't normally do these videos because it's more about trading and stuff like that, but I wanted to do this video to help you guys. One thing that I'm doing in my life right now today is saying, okay, what did I do to create this? Because it all comes back down with self, right? Like I did something to create this in my life. I did something to create this situation in my life. I did something to create this. What did I do? What did I miss? What did I allow to happen? What did I not do? And I have to be honest with myself. I have to be honest with myself, and through my entire career, when it came to my divorce, what happened, a long time ago, when it happened to trading account, when it even happened when I went through my health, when I went through my cancer, and the doctor gave me 6 months to live. It's my 10-year anniversary right now. But things show up in our life, right? And it's those things that show up in our life. It's things that show up in our life. Sorry to hear that. Are you talking about my cancer? Shanga 100? Shangri-La 100? Are you talking about my cancer there? I'm all good with that now. And guys, I guess what, and I was saying before, like, what am I doing right now in my life? And today, I'm saying, okay, what did I do to create this? What did I miss? Why is this showing up in my life? What is the lesson that I need to learn? Instead of trying to push it away, instead of trying to, do something else, the universe is trying to teach me something. God is trying, whatever you want to believe, whatever you believe in, the higher power, whatever you want to call it. There's something out there trying to teach me a lesson right now so I can achieve more in my life. And from that process, I'm so grateful because of all that. Makes sense? So that's the number one thing that's so important to go through what to do when that's the number one thing that's so important to do when you're going through a tough time, is to have a hard look at yourself. Say, why is this showing up? As I said before, something happened to me just recently that happened to me 4 years ago. And I'm just like, and it was the exact same situation. I'm just like, do you know what I mean? So anyway, guys, well, that's it for me. If you are going through a tough time, it's a time that, yeah, Daniel Jeffries. Yep, no problem. It's a time that I guarantee you 6 months from now, 12 months from now, you're going to look back and say, you know what, man, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Again, whatever you believe in, because it was through that time I created this. I have learned so many things. Like the stuff that I teach you about trading is because I've lost so much money in the past when I first started trading. I've lost so much money in the past that when I talk to you about trade what you see, not what you hope for, and all that sort of stuff, right? And and trade the charts. And my thing is gone really slow right now. Like trade the charts. I always say that because, like things I've learned from trading, right? It's only because I've lost money from that. I'm just like, man, that hurt. So when I teach you guys things like that, it's like, yeah. So I know that whatever I'm going through right now is going to be incredible because of that. It's going to be incredible because, oh, there we go. It's going to be incredible because I know the lessons I'm learning right now is going to help me move forward and to experience and achieve a greater life. It's in the moment that it sucks, but we just have to try to say, you know what? Life's going to be amazing because of this. I'm going to experience more. I'm going to achieve more because of this thing in my life right now. And if we can just try to say that to ourselves every single day and keep ourselves moving forward, then you can get one. Okay, you can keep moving forward. You can keep making that happen. One thing that you don't want to do is try to go into the woe is me type thing. Poor me, poor me. Don't do that. What you want to do is say, okay, what did I do to create this? What lessons do I need to learn? And so on and so forth. So, again, guys, it doesn't matter what you go through in life. You can. Everything in life is always happening for us. It's just in the moments we can't see. Steve Jobs says once again that you only connect the dots looking backwards. And for me, this is just another dot in my journey. And I look back and I'm just like, the dots that I've had in my journey so far, it's like, man, I've had a lot of dots, but that's because I'm throwing myself in the deep end, but so to speak. But when looking at life and when looking at when going through those tough times, just say, you know what, this is something that you guys may believe in or not, but something that's been helping me a lot is just saying thank you. Thank you. Now there's a Hawaiian chant, I think it's called. It says, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. It's something that I learned from Tony Robbins. And what it does, it's a cleansing. Because if you've got any blockages in your system, if you've got anything that you're holding on to, if you're holding grudges, if you're fighting against things, if you're going through anything like that emotional, it's especially if you don't release it, it stores it up in tension. And so one thing that has been helping me a lot, especially lately, has been that. Now, by the way, guys, just for the record, this hard thing that I'm going through right now, it was actually my decision to make. So it was my decision. It wasn't like something happened to me and then, I had to make a decision in my life recently, but it still sucked to do that. If you guys can see what I'm saying here, right? Like, it's not something that didn't just come to me. I had to make a decision in my life, but it fucking hurt so much. But I knew it was the right thing to do. Do you guys know what I mean here? So as nothing happened to me, I had to make a decision, and it was a decision that I had to make to keep moving my life forward, even though it hurt to make this decision. I'm not going to get into the decision I made, but that's, again, nothing happened to me. It was the decision that I made because I realized this thing is actually stopping me and slowing me down. And even though it's so fucking painful right now to do this, because I'm just like, it hurts so much emotionally, I have to do this. No, definitely not financial aid. No, finances are fine with me. Finances are amazing for me. It's all other stuff. It's other areas. It's definitely not finance related. No, finances are amazing. Trading's amazing. Yeah, pretty much Strangle RU 100. Yeah, pretty much. It has to do with relationships. But it was my doing. It was my doing, and it's still, and it was a decision that I made a while ago, by the way, guys. But it still sucks to this day. All right, it still sucks to this day. Let me just. I think someone's trying to come in here. Let me just. Just give me a sec, guys. I'm just trying to see if will that actually turn on. Oh, it's dark in here, isn't it? Oh well, there we go. That'll do, won't it? So, you know, it's still there's tough decisions we have to. Okay, there's tough decisions we have to make in our life to help others move forward. And sometimes some things happen to us. So sometimes some things happen to us that it's hard and it's tough and we don't know what to do with it sometimes. And sometimes we need to make tough decisions because we know that we were born to live a life that we were meant to live. And sometimes we have to say goodbye to things that are holding us back. And we just know that. And even though it's tough sometimes to do that, and it's hard sometimes to do that, we make the decisions. And even though it doesn't mean it's easy, no. But because of those tough decisions, life is going to be amazing. You know, and it's from that decision. So, and that's where I'm coming. That's where I'm coming with this live stream with you guys. You know, it's something that deep down in your soul that you know that you were born to live a life, but you just got to make hard decisions. And sometimes you either make those hard decisions or the universe makes them for you. And it's so weird like that, you know what I mean? Like, because these things, you either make the decisions because you're just supposed to keep moving forward, or, you know, the universe does these things to get louder and louder and louder. That's what Oprah Winfrey says. She just says the universe is always doing things for you to get your attention. It's up to us to listen. So, guys, if you're going through a hard time right now, I hope some of this stuff has actually helped you out. You know, whether you have to make a hard decision in your life, or whether you're going through a tough time in your life right now, please remember that. Please remember that 6 months from now, it's going to feel incredible. And right now, it sucks. Right now, it's painful. But try to get the lessons. Like, really make sure you get the lessons in this. So what did I miss? What did I not get? What am I doing to create this? And so on and so forth. Make sense? And it's from that you can start to evolve and become the person that you're meant on this planet. But if you just push it aside and don't look for that responsibility on you. Okay, if you James, I'm 35, man. I've been through hell and back, man, but I'm 35. But yeah. Yeah. So anyway, guys, please don't give up. Keep going. Keep really dig deep and say, okay, where do I need to learn? Where do I need to keep going? Where do I where do I need to keep going? Where do I need to keep making things happen? And then from that, you get back up and you keep moving forward every single day. And from that process, guys, I promise you, James says, I'm so scared of failure. You know what, James? Here's the fact, man. Here's the facts. You're going to fail. 9 times out of 10, the things you do are not going to work. But here's the good news. Yes, I have good news for you, my man. The 10th thing you do is going to be so incredible. It's going to wipe away all those failures that happen in your life. So don't be afraid to get out there and try to make things happen. I've gone out there, my man. And I've done some stupid crap. But I've taken the risk, and it had a setback in my life, like a real big setback. But I'm just like, I'm not gonna let that stop me from keep moving forward. No, I'm just gonna keep moving forward. So you're going to fail. most things you do are not going to work out. That's just the way it is. You know, and the same with trading. It takes you a long time because it takes you a long time to go through that BS to figure out what to focus on and what to do just before you start to get a bit any consistency with that. But if you're 22, man, or even my age, right? I'm only 35, but I started doing this when I was like, you know, I started doing this when I was like 20 years of age. Just go out there and, you know, give it a crack. Like, what's the worst thing that can happen? It doesn't work. You know, I've done, you know, even in my last 5 years, I've done some stupid shit, and it really gave me a bit of a setback. I was like, man, okay, no problem. Let's keep going. 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 You know, you step up and you keep moving forward, because I would rather go to my grave knowing that I gave it a shot and I faced my fear and it did not work out than go to my grave thinking, man, you pussy ass mother, you didn't even try. That's what I'm all about. I'm all about saying, you know what? I'd rather step up and face this fear. I'd rather step up, you know, and try this out, because I am not going to my grave. Because you know what? There's Teddy Roosevelt. There's a saying, the credit belongs to the man in the arena who's gone through mud, dust, and sweat and blood. And if he fails while, et cetera, right? If you guys you can look it up. But basically what he's saying, guys, what they're saying is, right, the credit belongs to the man in the arena. The credit belongs to the man who's actually gone out there and he stepped up and he said, you know what? I'm going to give this a go. And even though it may not work out, I'm going to go out there and give it a crack. And if this doesn't work, if I truly want to do this, if you truly want to do this, and if you truly want to make this thing work, this thing's not going to work, and 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 you know, and you may have, and that's why I'm saying it takes you a long time, and it's not that trading takes you a long time. It's one thing that's taken me a long time to get to where I am today in my own trading. The one thing that I've learned from my own trading, it's taken me a long time to not focus on that other shite that did not matter to my trading. That was only causing me to go backwards. That didn't serve me whatsoever. And it's only and then having the ability to be able to focus only on that stuff. It took me a long time to really figure that out. But you know what? That's where, like, doesn't matter. Like, I've blown up many trading accounts, by the way, guys. You know, I've blown up many trading accounts, but I'm really moving forward and kicking butt. You know what I mean? And it's because I've never given. I will never give up. Even if I blow up another trading account. Now, I'd have to be pretty stupid right now to blow up, because if I don't do something really crazy. But yeah. So don't be afraid to give things a go, because guess what? You never know. You never know. Credit to the man in the arena. Exactly right. Exactly right. The credit belongs to the man in the arena. And I'm talking the men that are watching this video right now, and the men that are watching this replay right now. I'm talking to you. The credit belongs if you get off your ass and go, you know what? I'm gonna go make this happen. And I know I'm probably going to get smacked on my ass 10 times in a row. But that's okay. I have to accept it and expect it. Anything in life. And from that, that's when you start to move forward, right? Keep moving forward, you keep moving forward, you keep moving forward, you keep moving forward. Make sense? So, I started off this video by talking about if you're going through a hard time right now. And then I finished this off with, it actually seems like I finished this off with something a bit more powerful and motivational. But yeah, it just belongs to that. And that's where, guys, like, trading is not easy. The hardest thing about trading is for you just not to focus on the crap that does not serve you with trading. If you're trading the markets, I mean, you're getting in and getting out within a few days, trading the daily chart, or getting out within a few weeks, and you're focusing on all this other crap that doesn't matter, you're doing yourself a dissatisfaction. And I had to have a hard look at myself. And to be honest, guys, through 2015, 2016, I did some stupid ass shit. I did some dumb stuff back there, because I was listening to all these YouTube videos and newsletters. I traded so well for so many years leading up to that point. And then I just started switching everything up because I thought these other guys knew more than me, and it was just a total. That's the truth. Now, I didn't blow myself up out of the water, but I lost a fair chunk of my account, and I had a setback because of that. So, if you're going through a tough time right now, guys, never give up, because you are amazing. You're incredible, and you are going to have such an amazing life when you actually when you move forward through this. It's because of if you're going through a hard time right now, it's because of this what you're going through right now, because of what you're experiencing right now. Your life is going to be amazing. You're amazing, and you're going to experience some joy, some happiness when you look back at what you're going through right now. If you're going through a tough time right now, no matter when you're watching this, you're going to have such an incredible and such an amazing life because of what you're experiencing right now. But it's up to you to learn those lessons so you can actually move forward, so you can actually step up, so you can actually make your life even better. But do not step back. Be the man in the arena. You've got to keep stepping up, and stepping up means taking full responsibility of what the lessons you need to learn so you can actually make your life even better moving forward. You're amazing, you're incredible, and you can have such an incredible life, and you're going to have such an incredible life. And when you're going through that tough time right now, remember, life is happening for me, not to me, and life is happening for you and not to you. And it's because of this thing called pain, because of this thing called a setback, because of these things called lessons, that there's this greatest gift that the universe gives me. I'm going to experience something truly, truly, truly amazing in the future. And I can't see it right now because I'm blinded from what the future's giving me. And it's so hard to be able to see that because I'm going through such a tough time. But we're going to try every single day to say, you know what? Thank you, 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 thank you so much. Because of this, I'm going to experience this. Moving. Guys, have an amazing. We'll catch you guys tomorrow with some more. See you guys.